You've met them before. That person who looked you dead in the eyes while lying, who didn't flinch when everyone else felt the tension, who made you feel seen, understood, chosen, then vanished the moment they got what they needed. And here's what keeps you up at night. You saw it coming. Some ancient part of your nervous system whispered danger, but they were so charming, so confident, so there that you ignored it. You didn't fail some moral test. You encountered a different operating system in a human shell. What you experienced is called the predator's paradox. Your threat detection system, designed over millions of years to keep you alive, fires off alarm signals, but your social brain overrides it. Because we're taught that everyone has a conscience, that deep down, people are good. Psychopathy isn't a choice. It's wired into the architecture. Roughly 1% of the population is born with a brain that can know right from wrong, but struggles to feel the difference. The hardware comes first, the neural circuits, the genetic load, the amygdala that develops differently. Environment shapes the expression, but the underlying wiring remains distinct. Your pain doesn't move them, it informs them. You weren't naive, you were human, and they were wired to exploit that. The difference often begins in the architecture itself, though behavior is always shaped by the interplay between biology and experience. The psychopathic brain shows consistent patterns, not total dysfunction, but specific alterations in systems that regulate fear, reward, and emotional connection. Deep in your brain sits the amygdala, your threat detector. When you imagine consequences or see someone in distress, your amygdala floods your body with that sick feeling that whispers stop. In psychopathy, neuroimaging reveals reduced amygdala volume and blunted activation. The response is weak, a whisper where yours is a scream. Prison, pain, rejection. These carry less emotional weight. They become abstract concepts easier to ignore. This dampened fear response weakens learning from punishment. While the fear system runs cold, the reward system burns hot. Research shows individuals with psychopathic traits release dramatically elevated dopamine when anticipating rewards, levels significantly higher than typical responses. Imagine the thrill before opening a gift. Now imagine that intensity before every opportunity. Money, status, dominance, risk. The nucleus accumbens doesn't just activate, it surges. Reduced fear sensitivity paired with heightened reward drive creates a brain less inhibited by consequences and more propelled by appetite. This misalignment is what your nervous system detects before your conscious mind can articulate why something feels wrong. You hesitate because consequences hurt to imagine. They hesitate less because consequences register more weakly. The circuitry that makes you pause is the same circuitry that keeps you safe. Theirs is configured differently. Here's the part most people miss. Psychopaths don't lack empathy. They have optional empathy. A study by Christian Kaisers had psychopathic criminals watch videos of people in pain. At first, their mirror neuron systems stayed quiet, no automatic emotional resonance. But when explicitly instructed to empathize, their brain activity shifted, approaching typical patterns. They can toggle it on when it serves them. They just don't leave it running by default. To manipulate you, they must read your emotional state with precision. That's cognitive empathy, understanding what you feel. But they're not burdened by effective empathy, the automatic sharing of that feeling. Understanding without feeling is a potent asymmetry. You thought you were dealing with someone cold. You were dealing with someone selective. The most dangerous predators aren't the ones who can't see you. They're the ones who see you perfectly and choose not to care. So here's what you do with this. Stop asking, how did I not see it? You did see it. Your body knew. That gut feeling, that hesitation, that was your threat detection doing its job. Start asking, will I trust that signal next time? This isn't about labeling people or living in fear. It's about honoring your own wiring, the nervous system that whispers careful when something feels off, the pattern recognition that kept your ancestors alive. You cannot control the neurobiology of others, but you can respect the biology of your own instincts. Not everyone who walks upright is walking toward the same horizon. If this landed, let me know. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button. Also, remember, your unease is not paranoia. It's information.